John, every time we talk, I've been to bar mitzvahs.
Have you been to bar mitzvahs?
I found the 2 Jewish people in Mississippi, and I befriended them.
I think it's a wise choice. What was a bar mitzvah in Mississippi? Just out of curiosity.
It was fun. A lot of fried food.
See, back in the day, before bar mitzvahs became a thing, you just did them in the back of the synagogue. Like, you did your thing, you had to read from the Torah, and then everybody would have, like, pound cake, and you go in the back room. But now, today, it's...
Nicki Minaj goes to that.
It's a prom.
Now, it's not even a prom. It's more like a demonstration of Gatsby. It's basically like saying, the Jews have arrived, and we are going to dazzle you with the access.
The Jews have arrived. What chapter of Harry Potter is that in? That's one of. That's when they get to Gringotts, right?
Can I tell you something about
That is
Harry
a
Potter?
wild thing.
Here's how you know, and this is the whole thing, and you don't have to use this, but this is true. Here's how you know
Use it.
like Jews are still where they are. Talking to people, what I say is, have you ever seen a Harry Potter movie? And people are all like, I love the Harry Potter movies. Like, you ever see the scenes in Gringotts Bank? And they're like, I love the scenes in Gringotts Bank. He's like, do you know what those folks that run the bank are? And they're like, what? And they're like, Jews.
And then
I remember,
and then that person says, no, goblins. And then you go,
And you're like,
you hear yourself?
Let me show you this from, it's the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. I just want to show you a caricature. And they're like, oh, look at that. That's from Harry Potter. And you're like, no, that's a caricature of a Jew from an anti-Semitic piece of literature. J.K. Rowling was like, can we get these guys to run our bank? And you're like, it's a wizarding world. It's a world where it's
you
like,
can imagine anything.
the train station has a half a thing and no one can see it. And we can ride dragons and you've got a pet owl.
And who runs the bank?
Who should run the bank? Jews.
But not only
Like,
that,
no, it's-
I feel like she was like, why'd you make it so subtle?
Yeah, I mean, it's real. Like, yeah, they look like Jews. But what if the teeth were sharper? And you're like, oh, okay.
I was like 11 or 12
Yeah.
and was like, I love Harry Potter. And I remember like being in the theater and being like, this is kind of fucked up.
That's
It
exactly.
might have been the first time I said the F word.
I was gonna say, 11-year-old Henrik does not swear.
I was like, ooh.
That was one of those
that's
things
not
where
good.
you expect, it reminded me of those horror movies where like everybody's been taken over by the thing, but you haven't. So you're looking around and every time someone sees you, they go, ah! It was one of those things where I saw it on the screen and I was expecting the crowd to be like, holy shit, she did not, in a wizarding world, just throw Jews in there to run the fucking underground bank. And everybody was just like, wizards.
It's
It was
crazy.
so weird. Even Dobby was like, that's fucked up. Those are Jews. Dobby's like, Dobby doesn't have anything
Oh
against
my
Jews.
Lord. Oh,
Dobby
wow,
doesn't
wow.
understand.
Yeah, Dobby Tubman, the first freed slave, right?
Dobby doesn't know
This is what gets Jay in trouble. If I say Dobby Tubman leading us to freedom. Y'all ain't
right.
celebrating Elf History Month?
Elf history.
It's
Here we go.
February.
Harry Potter and the Reichstag fire.
Oh, no.
All right.
This is going to be a choppy edit.